He fought wars. He tore through enemies. He survived what no man should. But this time, the hunter becomes the caged. Wolverine returns to his secluded cabin in the Canadian wilderness, the only place he calls home. Bloodied, bruised, and breathless from a battle no one else knows happened. But something followed him. Something not human. It started with whispers in the trees. Then came the unnatural stillness. No wind, no animals, not even a heartbeat except his own. Before he can light a cigar, the walls shift. The wood creaks with unfamiliar tones. The forest around him bends. His sanctuary morphs into a living maze, one that responds to his rage, mocks his senses, and mirrors his memories. This isn't a home anymore. It's a trap. An alien intelligence, invisible and invasive, has turned Wolverine's greatest comfort into a twisted arena. He slashes. He screams. But the cabin doesn't break. It adapts. Is this punishment? A test? Or a prison built just for him? As Logan's sanity frays and time distorts, he realizes this isn't about escape. It's about understanding what they want and why they chose him. Wolverine didn't expect a welcome. He never did. The forest was cold, thick with fog, and silent in all the wrong ways. Birds were gone. No rustling in the trees. Just the sound of boots crunching frost-bitten leaves as Logan stepped closer to his old log cabin, deep in the Canadian wilderness. This was the one place in the world that wasn't stained by blood, war, or regret. His retreat. His silence. But silence tonight felt heavier. He stopped at the edge of the tree-line and squinted. The cabin stood just like he left it. Same slanted roof. Same axe leaning against the porch railing. Same busted window he never cared to fix. Everything looked untouched, and yet his instincts screamed wrong. He sniffed the air. Static. Not electricity. Something sharper. Like metal and ozone. And something else, something off-world. His hand twitched. Adamantium claws ready to burst out. But he held back. Not yet. No enemy he could see. Just trees and fog. He stepped forward. The wind didn't move. Wolverine's boots hit the porch. The boards creaked like always, but this time, the sound echoed. Echoed too long. He turned sharply. Nothing behind him. No movement. No eyes in the dark. He pushed open the cabin door. Darkness. Complete. And then, light flickered on. His old lamp, the one by the fireplace, glowed weakly. The flame inside danced like it was gasping for air. Logan stepped inside, slow, cautious. The wooden floor was warm beneath his boots. Too warm. He scanned the room. Same fireplace. Same couch. Same old claw marks in the table from a bad memory he tried to forget. He dropped his duffel on the floor. A loud thud. He turned, closed the door, locked it, and then the cabin breathed. It was subtle, just a slight expansion in the walls, like the wood itself took a shallow inhale. He froze, sniffed again. That scent was everywhere now. Alien, artificial, cold. Logan's claws snicked out, gleaming silver in the flickering light. He stepped forward. Each step made the floor pulse, not creak, like the wood wasn't wood anymore. It was alive. He reached the kitchen. His mug was still in the sink, but it wasn't empty. It was filled to the brim with black liquid, thick, unmoving, and cold. He didn't put it there. Didn't even own anything that looked like that. His reflection in the dark liquid stared back, but the eyes weren't his. They blinked. He growled, swiped the mug off the counter. It shattered. Silence again. But now the fireplace roared on its own. Flames bursting, dancing, crackling loud. Too loud. Like it was reacting to his rage. Logan backed away slowly, eyes darting. And that's when he saw it. His cabin wall, the one with the old map and faded photos of the X-Men, was shifting. The wood fibers twisted, bending into something else. Shapes forming. Symbols. Not human. Not any language he recognized. Then a voice. Not a sound. A feeling. Directly into his mind. Welcome home, Weapon X. Logan spun around, claws raised. Nothing. Just the open air. His breath came faster now, steam rising in the cold cabin. He ran for the door. Gone. The door was gone. In its place, more wood, seamless, like the exit had never existed. He roared, slashing at the wall, slash, slash, splinters flying. But the wall healed. Instantly, it reformed like flesh knitting back together. He backed away. The fireplace shut off. The lamp dimmed. Total darkness again. Then, light from the ceiling. A perfect circle of white, clinical light, like an operating room, right above him. But there was no ceiling light in this cabin. He never installed one. The voice returned, colder now. Your territory. Your trap. He lunged at the wall again. No good. Everything just absorbed his rage. Rebuilt around it. The cabin wasn't fighting him. It was studying him. He took a deep breath, tried to center himself. "Who the hell are you?" he growled, voice low. No answer. Just movement. The walls began melting. Slowly, subtly. The cabin transformed, right before his eyes, into a steel corridor. Metallic, seamless, and glowing faint blue along the seams. His home was gone. His prison had revealed itself. And behind him, a mirror, floor to ceiling, reflecting Logan, but not as he was now, as he used to be. Yellow suit, blood on his face, wild eyes, feral grin. The mirror self-moved, lifted its claws. Logan didn't. It wasn't a reflection. He turned around, nothing there. Turned back, mirror Logan was gone. Only darkness now, and the sound of footsteps, coming from inside the walls. Wolverine didn't move. The footsteps stopped. Silence stretched so long it began to twist. Not just in his ears, in his head. Like the silence pressed inward, heavy, crawling behind his eyes. He growled low, trying to shake it off, but even his own voice felt distant, like it echoed from somewhere else. Then came the sound. Tick, tick, tick. A metallic drip, rhythmic. Close. Logan turned slowly. The kitchen was gone. The couch, the fireplace, all replaced by seamless alien alloy. The cabin had fully melted into a cage, one built with technology that looked grown, not made. Alive almost. Breathing again. Always breathing. The ticking continued. He looked up. Something hung from the ceiling. A needle-thin structure, almost invisible in the shadows, descended slowly toward his shoulder. It was coated in light, not liquid, not solid, and the light shimmered with memories. His memories. The sound of Jean's voice, Xavier's calm, Sabretooth's laugh, the pain of Weapon X, the roar of a jet, the moment he held Charles's dying body in his arms. All of it flickered in the light. He stepped back. The light followed. The voice returned, that same cold, emotionless presence in his skull. Fear triggers memory. Memory is fuel. He leapt, claws first, slashing at the descending probe. Gone. It vanished before contact, like it had never been there. But now the walls pulsed again. This time they spoke. Thousands of whispers overlapping, speaking his thoughts back at him. "I didn't ask for this life. They made me a weapon. I was better off alone. I killed them." He pressed his hands to his head, growling louder. Enough. The lights exploded, pitch black. Then, glowing footprints lit up on the floor. One by one, leading deeper into the structure. He followed, not because he trusted it, but because he never ran from something hunting him. The corridor twisted unnaturally. No corners, just curves and more curves, like walking inside a spinal column. The metal breathed. Tiny veins pulsed along the walls, glowing faint red, like blood. The scent returned, stronger now. Alien, but not unfamiliar. He stopped. There was someone else here. He wasn't alone. He turned sharply and froze. Across from him, standing perfectly still, was Laura, X-23, his daughter, or clone, or both. She stood calm, hands at her sides, her own claws extended, slowly dripping. Her eyes weren't right, too wide, too empty. "Laura," he whispered. She didn't respond. Then she moved, but not like Laura. Too stiff, too controlled, like a puppet. She charged, fast. He barely blocked in time. Clang. Their claws sparked on contact. Blow after blow, faster than thought. She was faster than he remembered. Stronger. More relentless. Like she felt nothing. Laura. Stop. This ain't you. She didn't speak. She didn't blink. She just attacked. His side got sliced, deep. Adamantium barely slowed her. He shoved her back and slashed high. Her face split. But there was no blood, only static. And she vanished. Just pixels in the air. A projection. Wolverine dropped to one knee, panting. He was bleeding. For real. So whatever they were doing, it wasn't just mental. This prison hurt. The voice returned. Different now. Warmer. Curious. Simulations failed. Emotional response limited. Next phase, integration. What phase? He snapped, standing. The corridor split open before him, like flesh parting. A new room awaited. Wide. White. Clinical. He stepped in and froze. The cabin was back. Perfectly rebuilt. Every photo. Every broken drawer. Even the stain on the rug where he dropped a beer 5 years ago. But outside the window, space. Not trees. Not stars. Just void. A dark canvas that swallowed light. He walked to the window. Touched the glass. It was warm. The trees beyond were fake. A simulation. Projected. A lie. He turned and saw himself sitting on the couch. But not him now. A younger Logan. The leather jacket. The beard not yet gray. Eyes not yet tired. Young Logan stared at him and spoke. You're not supposed to be here. I am here, Wolverine growled. Young Logan stood, took a step forward. You broke the chain. Escaped before they finished. Escaped what? This. He pointed to the walls. The testing. The rewriting. The full conversion. Wolverine's claws twitched. I'm not some lab rat. You were. Still are. And then young Logan split open. Like a shell cracking. Outstepped the real threat. A creature built of shifting plates. No face. No limbs. Just the shape of a man. Every inch of it shimmered with Logan's own DNA. A copy. A growing one. Learning. You are Data, it said. The prototype that fought back. Wolverine didn't wait. He charged. Claws met alien metal. But this time, the thing bled. Black ichor hissed as it hit the ground. The thing screamed. A psychic shriek. The walls twisted in pain. The cabin shook violently, glitching between forms. Forest, steel, void, then back again. Wolverine pressed forward, slashing, ripping into it. He didn't stop. Didn't breathe. He wasn't just fighting. He was defying. But then he saw it. His own claws. Inside the creature. Growing. They were copying him. Every slash made it stronger. Every attack gave it more. It wasn't trying to win. It was trying to become. He backed off, panting. The creature looked up, and now it had eyes. His eyes. It smiled and whispered. Next, Earth. Wolverine didn't blink. The creature in front of him, the copy, the evolving clone, whatever it was, stared back with his own eyes. Same rage, same pain, but none of the soul. Just imitation. A raw, data-hungry shell wearing his instincts like a mask. Then it spoke again. You gave us everything we needed. Wolverine snarled, claws ready. You haven't seen what I won't give. The creature tilted its head. Curious. Studying. Your resistance only improves the process. Without warning, the floor cracked beneath Wolverine's feet. Light burst upward. Not fire, not plasma. Memory. Flickering moments pulled from his mind, spinning around him like holographic ghosts. Jean, Charles, Scott, Laura, blood, claws, screams, laughter. It wasn't just reading him. It was extracting identity. He roared, slashing upward to silence it, but the memories moved, slipping away like smoke. Untouchable. The creature stepped into the chaos, letting Logan's own past swirl around it, absorbing the essence of every battle, every scar, every loss. Each trauma makes you more efficient, it whispered. The ground shifted again. Wolverine fell forward into another version of the cabin. But this one wasn't twisted or metallic. It was peaceful, too peaceful. Sunlight poured through the window, birdsong, fresh coffee on the table, and sitting across from him, Jean. Not a projection, not a shimmer. She smelled real, her heartbeat soft, her voice, when she spoke, perfect. "You're safe now," she said, smiling. Wolverine's claws retracted without him realizing. He stepped forward slowly, like a man waking from a nightmare. "Ow!" She stood, came closer. Her hand touched his cheek, warm. "We ended the testing," she whispered. "You passed. We can rest." Something in him wanted to believe. He stared into her eyes, those familiar eyes he'd seen 1,000 times in dreams and regrets. He leaned in and stopped. No scent, no heartbeat anymore. The coffee wasn't steaming. The birds had gone silent. His claws snicked out just as her face twitched, glitching for a split second. Then, full distortion. Her jaw dislocated. Her smile stretched wider than it should. Eyes turned pitch black. She lunged. He caught her midair, flipping her into the table. It shattered. She writhed on the floor, transforming, limbs cracking and bending. Not Jean anymore. Not even trying. Just raw mimicry, desperate to hold him down. He stomped her face in. Hard. Once. Twice. Again. Until it stopped moving. Breathing heavy, he looked around. The cabin melted again. No more illusions. Now it was just him in a steel chamber, 4 walls, 1 door. The door slid open. Beyond it, darkness. But this time, Wolverine walked straight in. No hesitation. No fear. Whatever was running this place, it wanted to break him down, replicate him, use him. Fine. Let them try. He was done playing rat in the maze. The corridor stretched long and narrow, lined with glowing veins that pulsed with familiar rhythms. His heartbeat. They had mapped him, down to the cellular level. Ahead, a large chamber opened. A sphere, massive, humming with low frequency. Inside it, copies. Dozens. Hundreds. All of him. Clones in stasis pods. Some curled up. Some twitching. Some screaming silently. All in different states of formation. A factory. They weren't just studying him. They were replacing him. A cold fury settled in his chest. No roar. No theatrics. Just a choice. Burn all. He jammed his claws into the nearest pod's power conduit and ripped. Sparks. Screams. Alarms. The facility reacted instantly. Walls shifted. Defense systems powered up. Drones shot from the ceiling, armed with electrified restraints. He dodged, leapt, tore through metal and machine. Electricity surged through his body, but he pushed forward. Every destroyed pod was one less corrupted version of him. But the clones were waking up. One dropped from a ruptured tube, fully formed, eyes glowing. Wolverine clashed with him midair. They rolled across the steel floor, snarling, claw to claw, a whirlwind of fury and metal. But the clone was off. Slower. Too clean. No grit. No pain tolerance. Logan buried his claws into its chest and twisted. "I'm the real thing, bub." The clone choked out a gurgle and died. More were coming. He couldn't fight them all. Not here. He sprinted through a collapsing hallway, alarms blaring, lights strobing red. The voice returned. Termination protocol initiated. Subject Logan must not escape. Too late. He slammed through a reinforced exit gate, sprinting into a new chamber, a hangar, a ship. Sleek. Ready. He didn't think. He leapt into the cockpit, growled at the controls, and punched buttons until the engine screamed to life. The clones were coming, sprinting like wolves. The hangar doors opened, and for the first time, he saw stars. Real ones, not projections. He grinned. Finally, he roared as the ship lifted. The gravity fought him, but he didn't stop. One clone leapt, clinging to the wing. Wolverine opened the side hatch and kicked it into space. He hit the throttle. The lab, whatever planet or structure it had been, shrunk behind him. He didn't know where he was going. He just knew one thing. He was getting back to Earth. And whatever made that place, whatever tried to become him, he was bringing the fight to them. The stars blurred. Wolverine gritted his teeth as the stolen ship pushed past light, vibrating with force it was never meant to withstand. He had no clue how to pilot alien tech, but instinct and rage had always been his map. Now they'd have to be enough to take him home. The control panel flickered with unreadable symbols. Some pulsed red, others blue. He didn't care, just kept one hand on the throttle and one eye on the shrinking void behind him. But something wasn't right. The stars outside weren't stars anymore. They were moving, not background, not distance. They were following. He leaned forward. The ship's rear sensors activated. A massive shape blinked onto the display. It wasn't a ship. It was a being, a cosmic-scale organism. Its surface shimmered with fragments of stolen DNA. Faces merged into its surface. His face, over and over again, screaming, grinning, broken. The lab hadn't been the end. It was just a seed. And now the thing had evolved. It had turned itself into a sentient, spaceborne hive, with one mission: to become Wolverine and to spread. A sudden blast hit the side of the ship. Warning lights screamed. Wolverine braced, flipping switches until a dark panel slid open, revealing a lever labeled with a glowing red spiral. His gut said don't touch. He pulled it anyway. The ship lurched forward. A wormhole exploded open in front of him, violent, unstable, but aimed. Earth. Home. The ship dove in. Everything worked. Time bent. Memories cracked open. He saw versions of himself he'd never lived. Realities where he stayed in Japan, where he never met Charles, where he never escaped Weapon X. All of it smashed through his skull at once. And then impact. He was falling, through clouds, fire, screaming air. The ship slammed into a snowy mountain range, carving a flaming trench miles long. Then silence. Smoke rose from the wreckage. And from it, dragging himself out, coughing blood and rage, Logan. One arm burned, bones exposed. His healing was slower now. That journey, whatever it was, had taken something from him. But he was back. Earth. Canada. The cabin wasn't far. He limped through the woods, boots crunching snow, breath fogging the cold night air. But he wasn't alone. Already, he could feel it. The sky above shimmered unnaturally. Stars twitched. It was here. The creature had followed him through the wormhole, or worse, seeded part of itself inside the ship. Into him. A sharp pain stabbed his side. He dropped to one knee, gasping. Something moved under his skin. A ripple. A twitch. He clenched his jaw and roared, stabbing his own claw into his ribs, slicing deep. Black fluid hissed from the wound. Not blood. It writhed on the snow, alive, squirming, trying to escape. He crushed it under his boot. Too late. The infection had already begun. Not a virus. A rewrite. It was copying him from the inside. His thoughts. His instincts. His identity. He had hours, maybe less, before something else wore his skin. He needed help. Not from the X-Men. Too risky. If this thing got near Charles, near Jean. No. He knew exactly who to call. Someone who'd kill him without hesitation if he lost control. He pulled a shattered comm from his belt. Miraculously still functional. He clicked it to an old frequency. Static. Then a voice. Gruff. Familiar. Didn't think I'd hear from you again, Runt. Logan smirked despite the pain. Sabretooth. A pause. Then where? Northridge. Cold as hell. Got something worse than me headed your way. Be there in 12. The line cut. Logan leaned against a tree, sliding down into the snow. The stars above twisted. A soundless hum rippled through the forest. The trees leaned. And, in the distance, footsteps. Not one. Hundreds. Moving like one mind. They weren't ships. They weren't clones. They were echoes. Copies of him built from the alien code. Each slightly different. Taller, leaner, faster, stronger. Sharper claws. No pain. No hesitation. Just Wolverine, perfected. And spreading. Logan stood, claws out. His breath slowed. His vision blurred. He could feel it again. Something inside his chest, curling, changing. The infection wasn't waiting anymore. It wanted out. It wanted to be him before he could stop it. He screamed, not in fear, in defiance. "I'm still here." The first echo burst through the trees. Logan met it midair. They collided like freight trains, crashing through trunks, slashing, roaring, tearing into each other with identical fury. But Logan was older, slower. The echo didn't tire, didn't bleed, didn't care. He was thrown into a rock wall, spine first. The echo lunged again, and then wham! A blur of fur and fist slammed into the echo, ripping it apart mid-strike. Sabretooth, snarling, smirking, ready for war. "Told you not to die without me." Logan coughed blood. "You're late." More echoes poured in, dozens, a swarm, and behind them, the sky cracked open. The hive had arrived, but Logan didn't look up. He just rolled his shoulders. "This ends tonight." Sabretooth grinned. "Damn right it does." They charged, claws first, against themselves, against the future, against extinction. Snow turned red, claws tore through muscle, steel met steel, and the forest roared with war. Wolverine moved like instinct. No thought, no fear, just survival. One echo down, then another. But for every one he shredded, two more emerged from the trees, each one more refined, cleaner, calculated. Sabretooth fought at his side, a beast of brutality, grinning through the blood. "I'll say this, Runt, fighting you never gets old." Logan didn't respond. He was too busy staying alive. His body screamed. Bones cracked. Healing factor sputtered. The infection inside him pulsed faster now, syncing with the echoes like a signal, as if the real enemy wasn't outside him, but already within. And above it all, the sky opened like a wound. The hive descended. It had taken shape now, a leviathan of code and matter, formed from stolen DNA and corrupted memory. A living moon of Wolverine's pain and rage. His regrets sculpted into armor. His instincts weaponized into command. It hovered over the battlefield, casting shadows that moved. Dozens of echoes stopped fighting. They looked up, paused, then turned away from Logan and Sabretooth. They marched into the trees, toward the hive's open mouth. Sacrifice. Integration. The hive was reabsorbing them, learning from their flaws, preparing for its final form. Sabretooth stepped back, blood dripping from his claws. "What the hell is that thing?" Logan didn't take his eyes off it. "Me. If I gave up." Suddenly, his knees buckled. He collapsed, groaning, clutching his side. The infection, it wasn't waiting anymore. It surged. His skin split open at the ribs, revealing glowing tendrils writhing beneath. The hive wasn't just copying him. It was birthing a new version through him. Sabretooth rushed to his side. "Don't you pull some noble death stunt, Logan. That's my job." Logan gritted his teeth, coughing black sludge. "You know what to do if I lose it." "No," Sabretooth growled. "Not this time." But Logan was already fading. The forest fell silent. And then he stepped out. From the edge of the trees, the final echo appeared. Taller, sharper, calm. This one didn't attack. It looked complete. Adamantium so polished it glowed. Eyes not red or black, but cold, clear silver. A mask of perfect, emotionless rage. It walked slowly, without fear. Sabretooth stepped forward. The echo raised one hand. Sabretooth stopped. His claws retracted. Against his will, his eyes widened. "What the?" The echo looked at Logan, then spoke. "I am the choice you never made. The version that abandoned pain. The one that accepted evolution." Logan forced himself upright, body trembling. "You're nothing but a parasite." The echo tilted its head. "I am peace, purpose, order." "I'm chaos, bub," Logan snarled, standing now barely. He looked at Sabretooth. Nodded once, then ran, straight at the echo. At the same moment, Sabretooth lunged toward the hive. Two fronts, one war. Logan and his perfect echo clashed in a storm of claws, sparks flying with every strike. They were mirrors, dancing the same deadly rhythm. But the echo had no fatigue, no hesitation, no fear. Every move was precision. Wolverine bled. Badly. The echo didn't bleed at all. Meanwhile, Sabretooth tore through the hive's inner chamber, ripping at the pulsing core. Black veins lashed out trying to stop him. Visions invaded his mind. Illusions of victory. Promises of immortality. He laughed. "Nice try, Creepshow," and bit into the core. His jaws crushed the pulsing node, and suddenly, everything froze. The hive screamed. Not audibly. Everything screamed. The echoes collapsed. The sky fractured. The final echo stumbled, losing rhythm for a half second. It was enough. Logan drove both claws straight through its chest and into the swirling core of mutation beneath. The echo didn't fall. It looked at him, smiled. "You could have been more." Logan pushed harder. "I'm already enough." And then he roared, louder than he ever had. The echo shattered like glass. Light exploded from its body, disintegrating upward into the sky. The hive buckled. Sabretooth crawled out of the crater, coughing, burned, but alive. "Next time you want to start an intergalactic clone war, don't." Logan stumbled, breath shallow. The infection was gone, burned out with the hive's code. But so was a piece of him. His healing was slow, too slow. He collapsed to one knee. Sabretooth caught him before he hit the ground. "Don't make me carry your sorry ass out of here." Logan chuckled, weak. "I knew you'd come." "Of course," Sabretooth said, looking up at the burning sky. "Wouldn't miss the end of the world." The forest was silent again, real this time. No whispers, no simulations, just snow, blood, and the scent of freedom. Logan looked to the stars. Where the hive once hung, there was now only emptiness. And for the first time in what felt like forever, he wasn't afraid of it.